Have you ever felt like you're just feeding a beast that never gets full? You know, you post the photo, you write the caption, you check the likes, and then 24 hours later, you have to do it all over again. It feels less like marketing and more like a hamster wheel.
That is the perfect analogy, the content hamster wheel. And honestly, that is where 90% of salon owners live. They are reactive. They wake up and think, oh no, I haven't posted today, so they throw something up just to fill the silence. But what we're looking at today, specifically based on this final module of the social media management course, is how to get off the wheel. It's about moving from posting to strategy.
Exactly. We are talking about the difference between having an Instagram account and having a digital business system. It's the bringing it all together phase. And I think the biggest mental shift here is realizing that social media isn't a collection of separate tasks. It's an ecosystem.
Right? Think about the salon itself. You wouldn't treat the reception desk, the treatment room, and the retail shelf as three completely unrelated businesses, would you? They have to talk to each other. If the reception is chaotic, the relaxing massage doesn't matter. Social media is the same. Your brand identity, your content, your engagement, your ads, and your analytics, they are organs in the same body. If one fails, the system gets sick.
That's a vivid way to put it. So let's dissect this system. The core message here is integration. When we say cohesive strategy, what does that actually look like on a Tuesday morning for a busy salon owner?
It looks like intentionality. It means you aren't posting a photo of a nail design just because it's pretty. You're posting it because it aligns with your brand identity of precision and luxury. It fits into your quarterly goal of increasing gel bookings, and you have a plan to check the analytics next week to see if it actually worked. It's the difference between noise and signal. When your brand content and ads align, you stop being a nuisance in someone's feed and start becoming a resource.
And that leads us directly to the foundation of this strategy, goal setting. I feel like goals is a buzzword we hear until it loses meaning. Everyone says, I want to grow, but that's not really a goal, is it?
I want to grow is a wish, it's a daydream, a goal is a map. The course emphasizes the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. But let's apply that to a salon. Get more followers is a bad goal. Gain 1,000 local followers who are interested in anti-aging treatments by December 31st is a smart goal.
Because the second one dictates your actions. If I just want followers, I could buy them or post memes. But if I want local clients for anti-aging, suddenly I know exactly what content I need to produce.
Precisely. And this is where the money is. You might set a goal to increase client retention by 20%. How does social media do that? Well, maybe your strategy shifts from attracting new people to educating current clients on aftercare so they get better results and come back. Or maybe your goal is 50 new bookings a month. That changes your call to action. You stop saying, hope you like this, and start saying, click the link to book your consultation.
It's fascinating how writing the goal down actually changes the content itself. It filters out the fluff. Now, once we have these goals, the course talks about quarterly planning. This seems like the secret weapon for consistency.
It is the absolute antidote to overwhelm. If you are planning week by week, you are always behind. Quarterly planning allows you to ride the natural waves of the beauty industry. We all know the rhythm. New Year is for resolutions and skin detox. Spring is for refreshing. Summer is for glow and protection. Winter is for repair and wellness.
So instead of waking up in July wondering what to post, you already know the theme is winter wellness.
Exactly. You define a theme for the quarter. Let's say it's winter wellness. Then you take your 4 content pillars: education, results, lifestyle, and promotion, and you filter them through that theme. Your educational post isn't just random, it's why winter is the best time for chemical peels. Your result post is a before and after of dry skin treated with hydration therapy. Suddenly, you have 3 months of content that tells a single coherent story.
That sounds incredibly freeing. It also makes the salon look so much more professional. It looks like a magazine, not a diary.
That's the key word, professionalism. Consistency creates trust. If a client sees you talking about acne one day, hair extensions the next, and then a picture of your dog, they don't know what you specialize in. But if you spend 3 months owning the winter wellness space, they begin to see you as the authority. And authority allows you to charge premium prices.
But here is the trap I think many fall into. We do all this planning, we execute the winter wellness campaign, and then silence. We don't look back, we just move to spring. Why is the measuring part so scary for creatives?
Because it feels like a judgment. We treat data like a report card that tells us if we are good or bad. But data isn't emotional, it's just feedback. The course highlights a crucial distinction: vanity metrics versus impact metrics.
Vanity metrics being the likes and the follower count.
Right. Look, having 10,000 followers feeds the ego. But if those 10,000 people live in another country and never book an appointment, they are useless to your business. We need to look at engagement, shares, saves, and most importantly, conversion. How many inquiries turned into appointments? How much traffic went to the website?
So, a post with 50 likes that gets 3 people to book a $200 treatment is infinitely more valuable than a post with 500 likes that generates $0.
100%. And this is where the strategy loop closes. You use the analytics to refine the next quarter. If you see that your educational videos on how to use retinol got the most saves, that tells you your audience is hungry for education. So next quarter, you double down on that. You stop guessing what they want and you just give them what the data says they value.
It's listening. It's digital listening.
It is. And when you give people what they value, growth stops being an accident. It becomes predictable.
I want to touch on workflow because this is the practical side. We've talked about the high-level strategy, but how does a salon owner who is doing facials 6 hours a day actually do this?
Systems. You cannot manage social media reactively. You need to batch your work, sit down one day a month, plan the quarter's theme, write the captions, shoot the content, and then, this is crucial, use scheduling tools. Automate the delivery.
So the robot does the posting while you do the facial.
Exactly. You should be building your business, not glued to your phone screen at 8 p.m. trying to think of a caption. Automation saves your sanity. It allows you to be consistent without being present every single second.
But there is a caveat here, isn't there? The industry changes fast. We can't just set a robot and walk away for 5 years.
No, and that's the adaptability piece. The platforms change. Instagram changes its algorithm. TikTok emerges. Maybe a new treatment becomes trendy. A rigid strategy will snap. A good strategy is flexible. You need to keep learning, attend the workshops, watch what the Australian Beauty Association is putting out, see what the global trends are.
It's a balance. You need a sturdy structure, but flexible walls.
That's a beautiful way to put it. You stick to your brand values. Those don't change. Your commitment to quality doesn't change. But the way you deliver the message might change from a static photo to a reel, or from a long caption to a short story.
We're coming to the end of this module and the course itself. There is a section on mindset that I found really touching. It acknowledges that this is hard. It takes patience.
It does. We live in an instant gratification culture. We want to post once and go viral. But real business growth, sustainable growth, is slow. It's the compound effect. It's showing up every week, even when engagement dips. It's handling the bad weeks with the same professionalism as the good weeks.
It's the growth mindset. seeing a failed post not as a failure, but as data. Okay, they didn't like that. Why?
And celebrating the small wins. We get so obsessed with the big numbers that we miss the magic. If one new client walks in and says, I found you on Instagram and I love your vibe, that is a massive victory. That is a human connection forged through a screen. That is the whole point.
It really brings it back to the human element. We are using technology, algorithms, and data, but the end result is a person sitting in a salon chair, trusting you with their appearance.
Precisely. Social media is just the bridge. The destination is the relationship. When you integrate everything, the brand, the content, the ads, the analytics, you are building a stronger, wider bridge. You are making it easier for the right people to walk across and find you.
So, for everyone listening who has finished this course, you have the tools now, you have the blueprint.
You do. You've built the foundation. You know how to create content, you know how to run ads, and now you know how to tie it all together into a long-term strategy. The only thing left to do is start. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Perfect is the enemy of done. Just start building the system.
And remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It grows from every post, every reply, and every moment of genuine connection.
Absolutely. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But now you have the right running shoes.
Thank you for breaking this down with me. It's been a journey through these modules.
It has. Here's to everyone's continued growth and creativity, both online and in the salon.
This has been a deep dive into Module 9, bringing it all together. Go out there and make your social media matter.